Alright guys, so I was getting ready for my stream at noon, and all of the Team of the Year winners were announced. So the cards in game are not there, the sets are not there right now, I just double checked. But the winners were announced. If you don't follow me on Twitter, then, well, I tweeted it out. So here we go, guys. Let's take a look at our winners for Team of the Year. Again, these cards will upgrade to the highest overall of any new release of their own cards, okay? So if a new card gets a 97, that card of the Team of the Year goes to 97. Let's take a look at the winners and see how right or wrong I was. And I'm not going to lie, there are some gigantic surprises. All right, so the award winners were announced. Here we go. Here are the first three. We've got the 93 Leon Draisaitl, the 91 David Pastrnak, and the 91 Artemi Panarin. Again, the sets are not released yet, so I can't see what it requires to upgrade them to. So if you have the 90 Panarin, I don't know. I mean, the Panarin might be a good choice. Again, if they require those sets, I don't know how the sets are going to work. The 91 Pastrnak, I'm really stunned at that because, again, Kucherov just exploded. But nonetheless, Pastrnak is the Team of the Year winner this year. And then Draisaitl, I was correct on that one. That one was a pretty easy one, in my opinion. So Draisaitl and Panarin, I was correct on. So now let's take a look at the other three. And again, guys, I don't know how the sets are going to work. You would have to assume that the 89 or 90s, if they work like they did in the past, the Panarin is probably going to jump up a stupid high amount in price because it doesn't look like the sets are going to come out until a little bit later today. So the market is just going to be absolutely shredded. For the Pastrnak, I could see it being the 88 Pastrnak from Winter National, but I have no idea, and I don't want to tell you guys, and then you guys go spend hundreds of thousands of coins and then get absolutely wrecked. Okay, these are going to be expensive, and we'll go over them once the actual cards are released because, again, I can't see anything about these cards in terms of their attributes. Next up, we've got the 91 Victor Hedman, the 92 Cale Makar, and the 93 Vasilevsky. So Vasilevsky was leaked. I knew that one. We knew that one was coming. He gets up to a 93. I think that was the accurate choice. The 91 Victor Hedman, I honestly thought it would be Kucherov, and if they didn't want to have that many Tampa Bay Lightning, then, it would be Roman Josi over Victor Hedman. I'm actually blown away that the Norris winner, he performed so well, isn't an actual Team of the Year winner. It was Cale Makar instead, but nonetheless, it's not like Cale Makar didn't have a great year. Now, in terms of just like, we're talking about Hut, the 91 Victor Hedman is now the best defenseman in the game just because this card as a whole, whether it's not the best right now, will be at some point. He's 6'6", he's gigantic, he's a fantastic card, even his base card. Curious to see what his synergies are, but we'll have to wait and see. The Cale Makar one, again, kind of interesting because there's already a fantasy Makar that will upgrade every single month. So I don't think it's worth going to get the 92 Cale Makar when you could literally just use your fantasy Cale Makar and upgrade him with however much the cost is, let's say 2 gold collectibles and whatnot. But nonetheless, if just looking at this in terms of value for Hut, again, I can't see what the cards are. We can't see them yet. They're not in the actual game. 92 Cale Makar, there's no point in going and get this card, in my opinion. Just, you can make the 90 Cale Makar and just upgrade him with the fantasy set. Now, the Victor Hedman, like I said, Victor Hedman is one of the best defensemen in the game, just from gameplay. He's so big, which means he's elite in his own zone. He's a decent skater. It depends on his synergies, but regardless, he's so good already, even like his higher 80s cards, that he's just going to be fantastic. Again, I'm going to go into great detail when we actually take a look at what these cards are. The 93 Leon Draisaitl, I was going to release a video about this beforehand, but again, we can't see what his synergies or anything are on this card. I'm not super stoked for the Leon Draisaitl card, and here is why. Let's just assume that it's a blanket upgrade to 93 from his base card, okay? So if you take a look at his base card, speed will go up by half. So he's got 83 speed at 86, so he goes up by 7 in overall from his base card. Now, that would mean that he gets about 4 to speed, which means that he's at 87 speed, 86 acceleration, but his face-off rating is 74. So if it goes up by 7, that still is not really good enough to use at center. He plays a little sluggish, and he's not fast enough down the wing, in my opinion, to have breakaway speed. His shot is going to be incredible because at 88 and 86, basically for accuracy and power, the 91, is going to have in the mid-90s, which is fantastic. All of his hand stats, mid-90s. Body checking will be 90. But the face-off rating isn't high enough to play at center, and his speed isn't high enough, in my opinion, to play at the wing. So he's obviously going to be a good card. Don't hear what I'm not saying. It's just I don't know how much I would want to invest in Draisaitl because, again, it's just he's not a center card. Unless they boost his faceoff rating to something like 85 and above, it's just not. Like, in my opinion, I wouldn't use him. And then taking a look at the David Pastrnak card again, he's going to go up by about 7 points from his base card. He's already got 86 speed on his base card. So this is going to be, again, it's tough because there's so many good right-handed wingers in this game that... It's tough. I mean, again, I like the selections. The card art's incredible. I love Team of the Year. It's just Pastrnak is this Pastrnak card is gonna be one of the best cards in the game, but there's already so much competition at that spot. That is kind of why I wished they went with Kucherov, who I think A, deserved it, and B, would be an incredible card in its own right. But nonetheless, this is what we've got. I'm excited for this event. I'm excited to see, how the market plays out and everything like that. Guys, I'm about to go live streaming. This event just got announced. I just found it on Twitter that it went out like this. So come through the stream today. I start streaming at noon Eastern time. We're going to discuss everything. And let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Don't forget to subscribe for daily NHL content. I'll see you guys in a little bit.